Hi, welcome back again. In this session, we are going to start to understand the View tab in Power Query Editor. As usual, we are understanding from the start of the Power Query Editor. When you upload the data, we can standardize the data, we can clean the data. So this option normally used. So this time I'm using the sample data to understand the Power Query Editor option view. Okay, just first load the financial data. And after that, I'm just moving toward the Power Query Editor. Just click on the transform data. Okay, this sheet will be open in a Power Query Editor. As we know about that, we can change the name of the data. Data set. There are different columns on it. That's start from segment to onward. Okay, different number of the columns are there. Now, highly recommend you all the video session which is available on my YouTube channel. That's our prerequisites to understand these topic which I'm going to start right now or in coming days. So you need to search on me Fahad Hussain CS by the name of the YouTube. There's my YouTube channel. Come to the playlist. You can explore all the playlists, including the Power BI codes and all the things that's related to a content related material available on my blog, Fahad Hussain CS blogspot.com. From there, you can freely download and enjoy this data. So let's see, I'm now in a View tab. Okay, that is start. That's a very small kind of the option in a View tab. The first option on the left corner is called a query setting. What is a query setting, by the way? At the starting, query setting is on the right hand side. We understand that we can change the name of the data set by just double click and change it. And there is applied fields or applied steps are there. Whatever you are doing, the log or the history are made under this body. Okay, so this is option. If you just cancel this one from this plus sign, so in the View tab, just click on the query string or setting. This option will be enabled here, and after that you can cancel it out. And there is a setting sign as well. You click on it, and the setting option will be available, which means that in a navigation you are applying a financial data. Okay, there is a financial data set in which you are just navigation available. You are navigating on, which means. Okay, I just cancel this one. Then the next option is a formula bar. There is a formula bar. There's as like Excel f of x function of x. So it's a data analysis expression dex command is here. Every time when you applied any option on it, so the command of the dex will create it by itself here. Okay, if you want to hide this formula bar, so you need to just click on this checkbox. Okay, it will hide. Otherwise, you can still show this one by clicking on this option. A monospace actually is a style of the font. You can easily observe that the font is purely and more emphasized manner is showing if you just checked it. Otherwise, it's a default one. It's look like a very dull kind of the data. Okay, so that is a good practice to check this option every time. Show white space. If there is a white space, it will show. Okay, if there is a requirement, you may use it. Otherwise, there is no requirement. Column quality. Okay, that's a very smart option, by the way. Column quality, that shows that how many valid or empty data sets are there and how many error are there in a separate column. So you can observe that by using a own data set of the Power BI that's called a financial. So there is valid 100% data. There is no error on it. There is no empty cell in this column. If there is an empty cell column, it will show in a form of the percent. Okay, so we can easily understand that how complex the data set and how many columns are there in a data set we need to rectify to make it more relevant output in the form of the dashboard. Okay, so you can explore it. How many errors are there? No, there is no error. Otherwise, you need to just do the standardization or the cleaning the data, which we have already covered in the previous session. Okay, everything is okay. Now uncheck it. There's a column distribution. That is one of the smart option, by the way. When you click on the column distribution, it will show a distribution charts, how the data are gathered and scattered here. So you can see that that's behave as like an outlier. Okay, and after that the most of the values are same. This is the count of the values. So in terms of these statisticians or data scientists, you can understand that how the data is gathered, because it's a string one, so we don't care about the string one. If there is a numeric value, we can easily understand that how the distribution is look like. You can see that, and we the scientist, the researcher can understand that how many outliers are there in the form of the distribution of the data. So that's a smart way to understand the distribution of individual column. The column profile is also available there. When you checked it, it will show the individual column profile, which means that how many data are there, unique data are there. Okay, you can see that in a country, in a product, okay, in a discount, how many unique values are there and how many counts are there, errors, empty, distant unique values are there, empty string are there, minimum and maximum values with respect to the string value or with respect to the numeric value are there. So that's all about the understanding of the data. By using this option, we can easily understand that how complex a column is and how many steps required to make it simplify, to make interactive and best kind of the dashboard. Okay. Next one, go to the column. That's a very simple way. You click on it, and by click, there are different column schema which we imported the data set in which. So if you want to directly move to the sales column, just click and click OK. So the sales column is now selected, and you can just scroll up and down to understand that how is the column is, how many values are there. Okay, that's a smart way to just move to directly to the selected data. The parameters are there. If you want to always allow the parameter, you can check, otherwise unchecked it. Okay, the parameter we discussed before. What is the parameters now? Advanced editor. When you click on the advanced editor now, so advanced editor show one of the M code language. Okay, if I just copy this data, okay, and I'll just open the notepad and just show you how this M code language look like and what is explaining here. Okay, if I just add the data here, okay, look at here now, you can see that start from let, okay, and in keyword. That's the let, which means whatever the assumptions are there, and in which we are using here. Okay, by the way, it's a comment. Let file shows that the first one source, which means that whatever the data you are importing here, it will show that where it's come from, because we are using a financial data on Power BI data, so it will show the path where it is present. Okay, and after that, with extension, the true null values are there. Financial table is the name, and its source. There's a source item financial is the name of these file. Which kind of the data is this? It's a table data. Okay, and after that, the transform column type. Okay, it will show that how many data types are there, how many columns name are there, and with respect to the data type. For example, the country, this data type is text, product text type, discount type text type. You can see that sales price is an integer type, integer 64 is a type of the integer, and so on. All the types are there. Remember that this M code source file, which means that code area, normally used to change something with respect to the filtering the data. For example, I can use in future this let and in form of the data to the filter the raws. Okay, some important changing in a raw form of the data. So we must use this kind of the advanced editor for the further usage. But right now, this is showing that where the data come from and which type of the data are there with respect to the data type are here. Okay, if you want the changes on it, you need to must understand the M code language, and after that we will work on it to more purify the data. And we will discuss about the M code language in upcoming days. Okay, we are just understanding the options straightforward first, and after that we are going into depth to understand more thing about. Okay, stay in touch. I just click on the done without no changing required here. And the last option is there is a query dependencies. When you click on it, it shows that where is data come from and how many tables are joined together. For example, if I just import different number of the tables are there, I will show at the last. So it shows that this is a directory and this is the name of the file. Okay, and when you click on it, it will just highlight it. You can zoom in and zoom out to show up the data. So that is query dependencies, how many tables are there and what are the different resources they come from, because the Power BI handling the 100+ resources from the data, and they are just gathered here, and there are multiple resources are gathered, and we can use it to make a dashboard with respect to the type of the data. Okay, so this is all the option we understand. Now I'm importing the another data sets here to show up the dependencies, query dependencies in a very hierarchical way, good hierarchical way to understand that how this query dependencies work in a professional way. So I'm importing the another data from the home option, new source Excel workbook, and in the desktop there is a sales data for fabric. We used this data before as well. So I'm just importing this. Different number of the sheets are there in this Excel. That has a different relationship, by the way, but the problem is that they are coming from the one resources. Okay, so there are two files which has the two different unique resources right now. Okay, I just click OK, and after that, when it's imported, you can see that different number of the sheets are there. Patient table. I'm just come to the view and just click on the dependencies query. Right now here you can see that. Look at this. If I just zoom this screen, this is the first resource that's come from the financial data, and there is another resource in from there. We are just getting the 4 number of the tables from there. So these query dependencies shows that the relationship, how many resources you are using in your query string or Power BI. Okay, hope you understand the concept. We discussed in this session about a view tab that is start from query setting to query dependencies. Hope you understand all the aspect. If you have any query regarding the topic, feel free to ask. And if you like the video, what are you waiting for? Do subscribe the channel to understand more thing about the Power BI in incoming days. Okay, stay in touch. See you in the next session.